Hope you're having a wonderful cosmic week. Let's say that you are smitten by an Aries man and you're wondering how to proceed. What are the qualities of yourself that are going to be the most attractive for him to see? Obviously, not altering yourself in any way, but if there's certain qualities that we can play up in the pursuit or things that we can bring up that we know are in harmony with their zodiac sign and catch their attention more so, and know how to tread things. Because Aries is an interesting one. So when you have Aries in anything, they are very, very much consumed by the chase. They very much want to set their sights on the target, go after it, and preferably get it, but honestly, they don't necessarily need to. Their favorite part of that whole exchange is the chase. That's when they feel alive. That's when they're at their best. They feel inclined to show you the best of themselves. They level up in their own personal lives. Like, it can be a major financial draw for them. Like, if a man's trying to pursue, like, say, a woman, and she's kind of ignoring him, he might, like, dedicate more time to accumulating more money to try to appeal to her. So they're all about the chase. And it is somewhat tied up in ego. They are self-driven. They're the sign of self. So the sun sign, which is what we're talking about, that's your birthday, so sun in Aries, you have your ego identity in the sign, the very first sign of the zodiac, which is very much of the self. So they're not always going to be too concerned about other people. They do come back to themselves a lot. You could call them self-centered, and that's nothing against them. They just haven't made their way through the zodiac. Each sign, as it goes through, learns a different lesson, and Aries is a sign of self, so they just haven't got there yet. But it doesn't mean they're a bad person. They just might not make those considerations or do those things. So ego is a very big thing for them, which is why the chase is such an aspect for them. So let's say you're like, okay, they're not chasing me though, and I really like them. It's funny because every time I like Aries, they don't really like me until I stop. Until I pay them no attention at all. Until I ignore them, and then they're all about it. Consistently, too. You have to admire their persistence. Like, there is an Aries who, without fail, has pursued me for about a year now. Pretty much every few days, still tries, and I'm certain he probably does that with other people, but it's just like, it's a little commendable. It's like, my goodness. And what's funny about that is that when I liked him, I couldn't get the time of day, but as soon as you ignore them or are a little mean to them, they kind of like that. As I mentioned, they are the first sign of the zodiac, so they kind of are the little kid of the zodiac, so they very much are kind of like, you know, when you're like little and you like mess with the person you like to try to get their attention, that's very much them. And another aspect of yourself that you may want to highlight is your fun side. Like, Aries doesn't do heavy. They don't want to do heavy. So maybe, like, kind of showing all your deep, dark secrets. They're not into that, into the heaviness. Maybe lead with your fun side. Like, tap into your childlike. Look at the world through childlike eyes. Just like look at things as playing and laughing and just like in celebrating life. That's what they go to a relationship for, is to play and to laugh and to celebrate life. So very much that's what you would want to reveal to them, is how much fun you are and all the things that you like to do for fun, and just tapping into that. And the silly things, like be silly, be wild. They're not too much for talking necessarily. They're very much action-oriented sign, so maybe doing something physical with them, getting a little competitive with them. They love a challenge in any aspect of life. They love a challenge. So be that challenge. Present yourself as a very fun, loving, carefree, but disattached from them persona, and you'll have them chasing after you. What's hard at that point is keeping them chasing while also surrendering. At a certain point, the game ends, but it will take a while. Another thing to know about Aries in your pursuit is that they're not going to bullshit you at any point. They're very direct. They're very upfront. They don't have time. If they're interested in you, they will let you know. You do not have to worry. If you like an Aries and you're wondering, is he into me? He will make it clear that he is after you and that he wants you. That's what they do, is they're direct, they're upfront. So don't ask that question. It's probably a no, if so. But the plus side is that it's like, you know, you're getting the truth from him. He's not lying to you. He's probably not playing with multiple people, getting their heart super invested. Like, he will be honest with you. They're not here. They're not mental. Like, Geminis will be playing these crazy mental mind games with you, and Aries just want to have fun and laugh with you. And if you could, like, ask him maybe straight up, like, hey, are you interested? I just need to know because I've been waiting for an answer from you, and I don't feel like I can move on. And then they should be like, yes or no, and go from there. Have a wonderful cosmic week, friends. Wishing you the best in your Aries pursuit.